Hi everyone, welcome to Truth Camp. This week's intro is brought to you by musical guest Anthony Sterling. Listen till the end to hear his full performance.
Hi everyone and welcome to Truth Camp. I'm your host Crystal and my lovely wife Sarah over here. We've already had about an hour show, the pre-show, and we have the lovely Butter Biscuits and a return guest, Anthony Sterling.
Also equally as lovely.
Equally as lovely.
Oh, I'm not as lovely as Butter.
It's debatable.
Look at him.
Look at that luscious hair.
Look at Anthony's luscious hair.
Well, look at Butter's luscious hair.
But Anthony's been a busy man since the last show. He's been doing a lot of different avenues, not just shows, but doing some lessons and stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we're going to actually have him play later in the show. The beginning part was a little clip of that, and at the end, you'll get to hear the full length of what he's going to play today.
And I fully expect everyone to listen.
Go to the end. It's worth it. You're going to want to hear this.
Just put it on.
Anthony's amazing.
Relax.
You're really on top of your game, remembering to say the beginning clip. Well done.
There's so many conversations had.
Well, one of us has to be on top of the game. 'Cause it's not me.
No one on this side of the room. It's no one over here. Just so everyone's like, I bet they're all, inebriated at this point. No, we're fucking not.
None of us are awake.
11:41 in the morning. We're
I drank
sleepy.
coffee in a mug on the way here.
Yeah, we're not firing on all cylinders right now at all.
I definitely should have taken a nootropic.
Definitely should do this at a later time. We would be vibing. If this was at 8 o'clock at night, we'd be in the zone.
Well, you're having a musician on in the morning.
I know, that was the first mistake. That was the first mistake.
Should have been a
when I'm
Saturday
awake?
episode.
I know. You're like, fuck. Did you play anywhere last night or?
No, I did recording yesterday and set up a bunch of stuff for online lessons till 2 a.m. And I was up recording until 12 a.m. with my partner Zoe, who has a new project that's recording right now.
You guys are so cute.
No.
They're so cute together.
Both little musical
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun.
beings.
Where do you record? Just at your house or?
My studio is portable, so I'll take it to wherever. Today I have a recording session with Amanda and Andrea DeShong. I've been doing music for guided meditations that they're recording, and I just take my stuff directly to them at Amanda's shop and set up in her room where she does readings and stuff and record it right there, or I'll take it to Zoe's. Last night we were here, so we recorded in my place. But anywhere,
really cool.
anywhere a room has dead enough sound, with the way technology is now, you can just record anywhere.
And I see you looking around. Are you
I would record in
do
here.
this
Yeah.
room. We can do this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What happened?
What are
This
requirements for
this
that?
room is definitely dead.
It doesn't require. Not too much traffic noise. Maybe it depends on what you're recording. If I'm gonna do meditation music over top of stuff, actually you could hear a semi truck go by outside, but because a lot of the meditation music has low vibrational frequencies, you can't even hear it over top of the subs that are going and stuff. So, or the gongs or whatever. But if you get really quiet and listen, you can hear that the only thing you can really hear in this room is the computer, maybe a little bit from the fan. If I was going to record audio in here for a song, I would just shut that fan off, and that would probably be fine.
All right, guys. So all your recording dreams can come right to you. That's wild, though, because I figured you have to have a space and have noise canceling
Soundproof it.
stuff. And
No, if you're going to record drums, it gets more, a drum set, it gets a little more intense. Or if you want to get, the better you can get the sound in a room, the higher quality the recording is going to be. But microphones and DAWs on computers are so advanced now that it's like, I mean, there's a lot of hit albums that are recorded in a dude's closet. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
And a big thing, correct me if I'm wrong too, is just like to have stuff in the room, like just flat surfaces are like pretty much the worst, right?
Yeah, well, because they're reflective, or you could want that. Like, some people like to record vocals in a bathroom because there's natural reverb.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're doing. With drums, for example, you want it to be really dead, and so you want, like, you see people. I've seen people put egg cartons on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does is it doesn't actually, like, it doesn't prevent sound from getting out of the room, but the shape of the egg cartons, because it's not flat, it doesn't reflect the sound as easily, so it doesn't reverberate as much. So you don't get as much, like, if you snap your fingers in a gymnasium, you can hear it ring out. But in a room that's covered in egg cartons, or if you get actual foam, like the spiky looking foam that you can put on the wall that's they deaden the sound, you snap your fingers and it just
It just
gone.
absorbs that sound, or
it absorbs it, and the shape of it deflects the reverb, so
okay.
so it doesn't echo back into the microphone.
that's awesome.
Do you think you could, like, have you seen that, like, the world's, like, quietest room?
Yeah.
Do you think that you could do that? Because I think the record, it's like no one's made it past like 57 minutes or something crazy like that.
Oh, could I do that? Sit
Yeah,
in the
do you
room?
think you could do it?
Yeah.
game's on.
I'd be hearing my own heartbeat. I'd be like, this is awesome. Dope. Yeah, for sure.
I would just immediately fall asleep. 15 minutes in.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. I was like, this is, who are these people? Who are they letting try this?
Me.
Because
I
I would
probably
be
couldn't
out.
handle
You
it.
couldn't handle it. But I would be like, this is beautiful.
Like, can I do a
Yeah.
workout in here or something?
It looks like a menacing room, but I feel like I know, and there's a part of my brain that's like, shut up, you're completely underestimating this. But like, I'm like, this has got to be, like, there's got to be someone who could do this for hours.
I mean, I guarantee most meditators could do it, because especially if you meditate on sound, because part of doing that is listening to what's going on inside yourself. And I don't just mean like metaphorically, like listen to what's going on inside. I mean, like, literally, if you sit and get quiet and listen for a long time, you can hear your heartbeat. And in that room, though, that feeling and that's amplified.
yeah.
So, like, if you're sitting in there for 10 minutes, you can really hear your heartbeat, which trips some people out, I'm sure, because, you know, the reality of being alive. Like, oh my God, I actually have a heart and it's beating, and I have to think about that now. Fuck. Like, what do I do?
They've obviously never heard their heartbeat in their pillow at night from their ear.
Oh, yeah.
Has that ever?
I have high blood pressure, so I do.
That there's nothing worse than that. Like, you lay down at night, it's
that's
quiet.
a cardiac event.
Yeah.
I hate that. I'm like, please, dear God,
Yeah.
stop.
I hear that too every night.
I hear that when I eat way too many edibles.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
The plant medicine's getting you.
There's nothing. If you want to feel your heart beat and hear it beat, just eat like 150 to 300 milligrams. You'll feel and hear all of it.
Yes.
Just kidding. Don't do that, because you're going to end up in the emergency room because you're going to think you're going to die.
And then the doctor's gonna say, you're having a panic attack, go sit down. You're okay.
I actually just saw something where they were talking about like a stat like in California about the number of elderly people that are going to the emergency room because they're overdosing on their cannabis, because it's not what they like remember it being like. So it's so strong now, it's so potent that like Meemaw and Peepaw are getting fucking wrecked.
Yeah. Well, because back in the day, if you wanted to grow like good genetics, you'd have to do it under the table and behind the backs of everyone. But now they have like
Competitions.
yeah, they have whole competitions for like who can get the strongest. Let's get as who can concentrate this THC into this wax the best. Let's figure this out.
I think we've gone too far.
It's I just get worried that we're like crossing a plane where you just don't want to fuck with the government, and you don't want there to be a cause for them to be like, see, we told you, like, don't do this.
Oh, but they're making so much money off the taxes.
No, this is
Yeah.
true.
And like there's no one really stopping people. I guess there's like an ABV limit on alcohol, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is there on liquor?
Yeah, like You mean an ABV?
Like
No,
151's the highest.
depends on
that
the
you
state.
can-
Depends on the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe there will be like state regulations someday for like how much THC you can concentrate, but I'm pretty sure you can get like damn near 100% concentrate into wax.
Yeah.
And then
Which is wild.
they put that, like, a lot of the medicinal grade edibles are made with concentrate instead of bud. So you're not even getting the entourage effect. You're just getting pure THC in a chocolate bar.
And then when you don't know how to measure, that's dangerous.
Dude, I'll tell you, the edibles I feel like are definitely different now, and I don't know if it's because it's from concentrate, but like I used to eat like 40 to 50 milligrams on like a steady basis, and now like I eat a 10 milligram, and I'm like, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed and listen to my heartbeat.
Ear to my ear.
Yeah.
Am I breathing?
I don't ever want to have that experience. Like, I don't want to feel like that. Not off of cannabis, anyways. I don't want those problems from that.
I don't know why I love it.
It's just not fun to lay there.
Like-
And you're just, and then, you know, we just go to the phone and watch those fractal videos that we were talking about.
When I get like that, I can't look at my phone. I can't watch TV because
Really?
like all of it either like I'll notice like the background music to a TV show, and I'm like, this is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Why is that background music even there?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like-
where we need Tony's
Is it just like
content.
overstimulating? Or?
No, it's like I notice how bad it is. And then I'm like everything. Then all of a sudden now I'm like, do I even like these shows that I say I like? These are terrible.
Yeah, or you're watching like a sitcom and you start to become too aware of like the canned laughter in between the jokes. You're like, no
Yeah.
one's actually laughing. Wait a minute.
Yeah, and everything I see like makes me think like negative thoughts about my life.
Yeah.
I'm like no matter what it is, and then I'm like, God, if your mom passed away, like, would you be happy with how your life is going right now? Oh, it's time for a
You
change.
need ayahuasca in your life like tomorrow.
and then I get through that, and I'm like, oh, God, that was great.
Let's do this again tonight.
See you tomorrow.
Get your 10 milli.
And yes, I do want to do a ayahuasca trip. I don't want to pay for it. So it's
If anyone wants a sponsor day, he'd be willing to do it.
If anybody would like to save my life.
Like, let's save him from his edibles. Are you interested in that? Have you-
Ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to do ayahuasca, yeah. Yeah, of course.
The shit that's going to come out of you after that is going to be like a whole other level.
Figurative or literal?
Well, I'm going to say figurative because
I've
I
heard
didn't
stories.
have that experience.
Oh, good for you.
There was no puking, no shitting.
And,
so.
the literal would be during, not after.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
No, so don't be. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it. I'm going to say don't be fearful of those things, but everyone's experience is different. No, I could see you just having like the most fantastic fucking experience.
Oh yeah, set me up. Just hand me a gong. Let me go. Let her rip, tater chip.
yes.
See what happens.
That would be you. Like you, I could just see him like just sitting straight up,
Going.
gong, and then laying back down.
Yeah. When I started doing the meditation music, I mean, I would get real, you know, in similar states to what Dave was describing, and I would just play the gong and stare into it like for a while.
That was me with the singing bowls one time.
Yeah.
Like I just like not this, but just the ting, and then
Yeah.
like the
It's like you can. I mean, if you get really tapped in, you can almost like see it. It's
yes,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
And that was a fun experience. Now I see how people can get lost for hours.
Yeah, and if I had a room, I mean, I've seen, like, I used to watch YouTube videos, or I still do, watch YouTube videos of people who have, like, rooms filled with gongs that are, like, the size of their body.
Yes.
And they're just walking around hitting them. I'm like, I'd never leave.
It
I'd
would-
be stuck
Like
in
you
that
probably
room
feel
forever.
it through your whole body too.
100%, yeah. Yeah. If you're, like, standing between 3 gongs, they're, like, this far from you.
hell.
I'm just picturing you on like 75 to 100 milligrams, just in there, just gonging it up.
I'd be lost, man.
mouth wide open.
Someone would have to,
Yeah.
they'd have to start bringing me smoothies, like, eat something. Come on. You gotta-
You're like it's messing with the vibes. They're
Yeah.
off. I can't right now.
yeah, man. be fun though. Ooh.
Those are goals. So if anyone has a gong that they're not using,
Yeah, big one.
big. There's a guy that I saw that, I mean, there's probably so many of them on like YouTube, but he had this huge gong behind him and sizes of singing bowls that I didn't even know existed, all the way down these teeny ones, and he had bells and he had all this shit, and he would, none of that, ma'am, none of that yawning shit. I caught you.
It's early. I woke
But
up
he
early
was
today.
just like able to like hit everything from just this seated position, and like it was wild.
Yeah.
And I realized about like 3/4 of the way through a set, I was like, my man, he's deep in his own. There's no way that he's doing this on like a sober mind. There's no way.
Well, I mean, even if you're sober, once you start going with those kinds of instruments, like you get into a meditative state for sure.
Yeah, my
Like,
man was just
I
going.
most of the time when I perform, I'm sober. Like,
Well, you probably have to be like, not want to say responsible, but like aware of the mechanics of what you're doing, and like you have electronics and stuff, right? Like to perform optimally, you're like, it's the responsible thing to do. Was I right the first time?
it's it's just the responsible thing to do, or like I just drove there and I have to drive to leave, or like it depends on the crowd. I want to be respectful of the people who are participating. Maybe some people don't like those vibes being in the room whenever they're experiencing some sort of spiritual event. Like they would prefer that the person guiding them through a meditation isn't stoned, like and that's fine. So I show up sober to almost everything. If I'm at like a mushroom festival, maybe but I'm not
Yeah.
not trying to be disrespectful to what other people are experiencing.
I would feel that way about like alcohol. But anything else, I'm like, nope, you just drop into your favorite place and that's great.
Yeah.
I feel like alcohol is just different than
Well,
that.
for those experiences, it'll a little bit, I've heard, for some people can open you up, but all of my experiences with alcohol were a shut off experience. Like retracting from feeling, retracting from experiencing.
And I feel like that's a dangerous habit to form. Like I need alcohol in order to come out here and perform.
Oh yeah, that's
because that'll just keep getting worse.
That's what I did when I was playing in bar bands. That was the experience I had then. I had to have. I had to have shots of whiskey before a show. I couldn't perform without it after a while.
And then that just keep escalating.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. But most of the time when I perform, I'm sober. Like I just did a meditation in Pittsburgh on Friday. And that's the other thing. If I have to actually guide the meditation,
Oh, yeah.
like if I'm just playing music, I could be all sorts of places and be just fine. I do it sometimes. But if I'm guiding a meditation, like if I actually have to say words to people and they have to make sense,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll usually stay sober for that 100%.
So from the last time that you were on, how many, have you gone to a bunch of different new places doing your meditations? Because I know you've been a busy man.
Yeah, I couldn't even count it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, festivals with Mycosymbiotics out in PA, Earth Day Festival, Myco Fest. Yeah. Sunny Vibes in Pittsburgh is a yoga studio I've been going to. Restore in St. Clairsville. Metastone in Wellsburg. Empowered in Steubenville, of course. I don't want to miss too many people. Invited out to retreats. I've done multiple retreats, multiple festivals. Equinox, solstice events. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Every time we saw you, you're like, yep, I did this morning. I'm here tonight. I got this tomorrow. I got that. And then I didn't know, a couple times ago when I talked to you, I didn't know you were doing lessons on top of all of this.
Yeah. So a lot of the work that I do, especially with the meditation music, I don't I make money doing it because if I didn't, I would be, I would starve. But I don't make a ton of money doing it because you can't charge out the wazoo for, a spiritual event, or at least I try not to. But lessons, I that's more of like a consistent weekly income for me. So I've been teaching a lot of guitar lessons, songwriting lessons. I think that's it.
Do you do
Songwriting
them
and
in
guitar so
person,
far.
or are they like online, or both?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been really, it because I love music so much. It's been such a fulfilling part of what I do. Getting to actually see other people form their own like love of the same thing that brought me so much joy and brings me so much joy. So that's been good. And I teach like my youngest student is my nephew. He's 6 years old. So it's been cool to see him getting into something that made me so happy. And then one of my oldest students is like over 65. And so it's cool, and she's wiser than I am. So it's cool to teach her, because then I'm like learning stuff back. Well, actually, I mean, my nephew teaches me shit all the time too. But
Can you
that's
teach people? Because I know some people have that like music ear where they can like tell pitches and stuff like that. Is it hard to teach people who don't, or can you teach that? Like,
I believe everybody does.
Okay.
And you can, and it's a learned skill. And I went to school for music for a little while, and there is a class in college called ear training. It is something you can do, is train your ear to recognize at least relative pitch. So some people are born with perfect pitch, and if you don't practice that when you're young, you can lose it. But perfect pitch is where, like, if I play a note on a piano, you wouldn't have to know anything else about it, and you could say, that's a C. Relative pitch is, which I have because of practice, if you play a G on a piano, and then you play a C below it, and you say the first note was a G, I can tell you the second note was a C, because I know what a perfect fourth below a G sounds like. And that's that interval, the distance between the two notes. And you can train people to learn the distance between notes. And that's what most musicians understand, is hearing the distance between those notes. That's how, like, when you see a musician listening to a piece of music and they can just tell you what the chords are, everything like that, it's because they understand relative pitch.
Oh, okay.
And that's a standard part of learning music. So, like, all the students that I work with learn that to some degree, at least.
Is that like more advanced as you go in? Like, how do you usually set up, like, if someone's like fresh and doesn't really know anything, do you teach like chords first, or like what's usually your
Rhythm.
protocol? Rhythm?
Oh yeah, rhythm first. That's the basis, in my opinion, of all of it. The first thing you need to understand is that if you're playing music, you are painting sound across the canvas of time, and we do that by dividing time, and that's rhythm. So I'd say rhythm is the first thing.
It's like the most epic thing I've ever heard.
That was really.
That was painting sound across the
Last
canvas.
time.
Like, God damn it, man.
Thank you, Bill Stevens, from Buckeye Local.
Is
My
he,
band director, yeah.
is he
in
the
high
one that
school.
said that?
Wow.
Yeah, he said that once.
That's,
and
I
it
feel
stuck.
like that should be fucking quoted
Yeah.
all over Instagram. Like all the bullshit that gets shared all over the place, and that's
Yeah,
just
like,
nowhere.
Yeah.
Golly.
But that's music. That's what it is.
Yeah, shit. That makes it, that's like so elegant, and like, I don't even have the fucking word for it.
It's just beautiful.
yeah, it is. It's a really pretty fucking way to say that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. We're painting some shit.
Yeah.
My mind is just blown. It's like, oh.
Dave's ready to pick up a guitar.
I've tried. It's a nightmare.
Dave, meet Tony. Can I help you?
My hands don't even work like that. Look at this claw.
Can work
So
on that
if
dexterity over
someone
time.
does want to get lessons from you, how do they reach out to you on Instagram?
Hit me up
or-
anywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know. Where am I? Everywhere. Yeah. Wherever you can find a thing that says "message to Tony."
Are you still
Yeah.
thinking about doing like the pre-recorded courses, or trying to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing
more
like
online.
1-minute videos and posting them everywhere. Just and I want to do series where, like, if someone knew absolutely nothing, things that they could just look at and learn from that video, learn from this video, learn from that video, and then eventually they know how to play every chord in the root position, and eventually they know how to transpose with a capo, and eventually they know how to play all the standard bar chords. You know, just try to get the most basic stuff online, because like my more advanced students are learning like modal jazz and stuff like that, and that's the kind of stuff that you know, obviously if you have one-on-one lessons, it's easier to get you up to speed faster, period. But I just want to get the most basic information that most people want to know out there, like free information without discrimination. Just get it out there. So I'm going to be making a lot of shorts like that, and people's attention span is not super long. So just having a 1-minute video that's like, here's all the 3 most common positions for a C chord, and then bam, someone can in 1 minute learn.
I'm down, and he's on TikTok, so I hope to see that content.
Yeah,
I'll be so excited.
let's make sure it gets on Reels though.
It's on Reels. It's on. Yes.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
he didn't leave the elderly out.
It's on Facebook too. I'll put it everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
Anthony's just spreading
Yes,
that.
he is. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I'm also posting performance videos. I make beats. Oh, that's something else I've been doing. I did one performance at Luna Blue where I make beats live. So I programmed an Ableton session where I can drop samples in and flip them live, and then improvise and loop guitar and bass over it. And then I invite my friends out to come and jam with it. And I had like 2 guitarists out that night and another friend who came and rapped over the beats.
awesome.
It was, and there was one point where he was rapping, and one of my students actually was playing guitar with him rap. It was crazy. It was
that's
fun.
awesome.
But I've been putting videos like that out, and also meditation videos, so like little 1-minute sound bites of my meditation music too.
Damn, yeah. So you're just making content and music all day.
Yep, at least one video every day comes out.
Damn.
Do you sell your meditation music too to like places, or is it all just like live stuff that you pretty much?
I have some like I said, the session work that I'm doing with Andrea and Amanda today, like that's paid work. Like I don't ask for much, and they wanted to you know, they offered to pay me, so I wasn't going to decline because time.
Yeah.
It takes time to make this stuff.
And are they going to use it like in the future for different?
Yeah, so I record them doing the meditation. So any meditators or meditation teachers, yoga teachers, anyone I know like that, if you want to hit me up for something like this, feel free to. I record them doing a guided meditation, and then after the fact, I make the music to it. I add the effects on their voice. I mix it in with my music like I would with my voice, because I've done this before. I've done this a lot. And then I give them a finished product. They just get a file that is start to finish, like a 10-minute meditation with a full symphonic meditation music behind it, custom made.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
Some good opportunities for people out
Hell
there.
yeah. Even if you just want to make your own personal meditation, if you don't like what you hear out there, then you can make your own.
Even if you wanted to, I would even accept if you wanted me to like make you want, you know, like I'll guide the meditation. I've done that plenty, you know.
Oh, that's sweet.
But I try to keep the content on the internet short. I do have a few longer videos, like a full 30-minute meditation that I did, but I try to keep the content kind of short, because otherwise this sounds bad, but it's marketing. Otherwise there's no incentive to do anything that helps me, you know, get food and have a place to live.
Well, I mean, like, it's your time and it's valuable, and unfortunately that's like what social media is. It's quick, you know. You're dopamine seeking for quick things and then you're just scrolling through, unless you're in a position or something really just grabs you. But most people, it's just
Yeah, I like that with the informative stuff too. Mm-hmm. That's really going to catch people's attention with once you get in that lane, like we were talking about, with people that
who want that information. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I want to make it available, because like the more people who know how to play music, the more people who I have to play music with. That's
true.
What I really like to do, is play music with people who play music.
Now, will you be like, what do you have coming up for like the spring? Have you started working on that? Like, lining things up, or
I've been trying to book light so I can keep making this content quickly. I have 2 events with Alicia in February. It is January. What month is it, guys? What's today?
that's a great
Where
question.
am I? In February, the first 2 Fridays of February 3rd, I'll be at Metastone with Alicia, and then February 10th, I'll be at Restore with Alicia Dunlevy. And I have some stuff in the works with Lisa Mort over at Compass. So be looking out for that. And I have some stuff in the works with Sunny Vibes out in Pittsburgh. But I don't have too much pinned down yet. And of course I'll be at some of the full moons out at Luna Blue when I can make it.
We do Cove Market again if that
100%.
happens.
Yeah.
I love the Cove Market
I'm always
so
gonna
much.
I love the Cove Market. Yeah, I'll be there. And that one I just like to show up and just
Vibes.
be there. Drum,
Vibes.
hang
I
out.
was thinking about that. I was like, I miss that because in the spring there's all those butterflies, or the
Yeah.
early summer that's just filled with
And
butterflies.
that creek, it's just so nice to sit
Yeah.
in there.
You can find Tony
In the creek.
in the
Yeah.
middle. It is. It's like, it's just like a shot. Like you'd think it's something from like a movie. Like you come through the clearing and see this beautiful stream. There's fucking butterflies flying around everywhere. And the sun's shining down. And he's sitting on a rock in the middle of the creek, just jamming out. And you're like,
It's a
oh,
good
there he
time.
is.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I need to make sure I go to this.
You do.
I don't know anything about this.
And then they do yoga for your tight ass hamstrings prior to.
I was really hoping we'd leave my hamstrings out of this.
No, I'm not gonna forget because I want to see you try to touch your toes when this is over with.
We might have to do that on video. Show the audience how tight
Yeah,
these hamstrings
we can
are.
do that. Should we do it now?
Yeah, come stand on
Come
the
on.
table.
It's bad. It's real bad.
But the Cove Market is the creation Devin, which we're going to have on, I think, next time. She created it in Weirton. It's the second Saturday, right? Second Saturday of every month in the springtime.
Yeah.
Weather, whenever we get decent weather. When did she start that last year? Was it May?
I don't remember when it started. I don't know.
hey,
That's
hey.
that's many moons ago. I don't know.
That was last year. We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know last month, man. Come on.
You don't know this month.
I didn't. You're right. But yeah, she started that as a way to get more. It's sort of a like farmers market / wellness market, and there's like produce being sold there. There's our friend Kara selling her tinctures and her herbs there. There's people selling tea, food, candles, massage. There's massage there sometimes. I got a massage from Michelle there once. Oh
Michelle's
my
awesome.
God. Oh my God.
That was like, because it's the seated one, which I actually prefer over the lay down one.
Yeah.
And she comes over to me. She was like, get your ass over there. You're getting a massage. And I was like, right now? And I was just, dunk. Like, I was out. And I was like, this is great. Like, it felt
dude.
so good.
She pushed something into my shoulders. It like went through my hand. I was like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" It was so good. I was like set for days. But yeah, and then at 10 a.m. it starts at 11, and at 10 a.m. I think we're starting it a little later this year. But beforehand, we do yoga with music with Devin Ashmore, which is, we do it under this like giant oak tree that has to be damn near, if not over 100 years old. And I really like sessions like that because most of the time I'm playing through electronics, which I love making electronic music, obviously, but just getting to play the guitar under a tree in a field is pretty
Yeah.
That is
pleasant for
pretty
me.
It's like the dream.
Yeah, right. Right.
You probably can hear the creek bed in the background.
Yeah, who needs pre-programmed nature sounds when they're pre-programmed in the nature? Like, it's great.
and we didn't have to like drive out into a random field or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a park, right?
Yeah.
In Weirton.
I didn't realize that was like Devin's actual bag. Like I knew she went to it. I didn't know she was like the person who started. That's actually really dope.
Yeah.
And it's like such a fun market. Like there's everything. Like you're going to find everything. And I think this year she's trying to get like some more stuff, but we'll like we'll be like, okay, like we're going to stop out for like an hour. Next thing you know, she's like, oh shit, it's like 3:00. I'm like, damn, we've been here this whole time.
It flies by.
But yeah,
I think this year
good
she's going to
times.
try to secure food trucks. I think last year it was kind of hard because they already had stuff lined up for the year.
It'd be awesome. And then you'll just be jamming out.
Or like a lot of the time I'm just playing drums with Michelle. That's the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
She gets all her djembes out.
Well, yeah, you brought did you bring yours last year, or did you just happen to have it in the
but
car that one
I
time?
think I had something. Wasn't that when my shoulder was bothering me or something?
I don't know. You've been falling
Yeah.
apart for like 9 months now.
Rough last year.
It's not. It's.
She's like the most fit person I know, but she's falling apart.
I know, and it's not. I feel like people are gonna be like, "Your wife's such a fucking dick," like, because I laugh. But what else? What the fuck else are you supposed to do? Like I told him, like I don't mean to laugh at you. I love you, but the alternative is me just feel bad for you, and I don't want to feel that way. So I'm just gonna laugh. I don't know what else to do.
I don't want to feel bad.
You're right. I don't want to feel sorry for you, and I don't want to feel bad. So we're
I'm
gonna
not
make
sharing
this
in
a
your
joke.
misery.
I feel like that's not gonna help, is it, butter? It's not gonna help.
40's going to be tough this year.
Maybe it'll get better.
Hey,
It should.
turned 40 last year.
Did you last
Best
year?
shape of my life.
This is true.
I feel like in good shape. I've had some happenings this
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
life was just a little tough this past year.
Which I think, like, I have to say, I appreciate you so much, like, asking her, like, if she was okay to, like,
Well, yeah.
proceed with things, because I think most people are just like, ooh.
Well, I don't think you guys have actually even talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah,
have either.
And I haven't
Just-
seen you since it happened. You look like you're just fine, which is good. That's awesome.
All the damage is mental.
Oh no! Oh man!
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not funny, but it is.
It is. No, we I was in a really bad car accident with a semi truck, and luckily, I'm pretty much okay for the most part. Just like typical whiplash, neck stuff, and I had a concussion. Well, have a concussion that I'm
You're
dealing with and have to do
currently concussed.
physical therapy for. But that's been a little rough just because I'm not used to getting dizzy. I'm a very, like, I could go in like spinny rides, nothing made me sick. And now, like, if I turn my head too fast, I feel like I'm going to like pass out.
Oh man! You get like vertigo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of crazy. Because when you first talked about it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she's, a little groggy or whatever, but she'll be fine. But we've actually like canceled episodes and stuff because you haven't felt up to it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I just had to be a little bit easier. That's been my calling this past few months. I feel like winter has been like, slow down. Because I like got sick in December, and then this happened
First,
at the end
it
of
was
December.
you had a reading. We had a reading with
Devin.
Devin, and it was like she was like, "Oh, this is interesting. Like, this is basically calling like to tell you to like slow down. Like, you need to slow down. Like, take care of yourself. Then you get sick. Then
The car
accident. Then you like started to feel a little bit better. Then you did too fucking much. Then you started to feel bad again. And then like everything, like even you did like a 1 card pull last night, and it was like, slow down. Like again. I'm like,
Yeah, so the universe is really trying.
Yeah.
That's why I won't do those things. Like, I'll deal with it as it comes. I don't need to know.
Let me live in my own little world.
that's okay. She did it, and she still didn't. She's like, slow down. Okay. And then,
I got slowed down.
yes, you
so-
did get slowed down, unfortunately.
I wonder if nootropics would actually help you, like Alpha Brain or something like that. Curious.
I've been doing lion's mane, like a tincture of that for a while with.
I'm sorry. At first, I heard that is I've been doing lines, man.
That's
No,
how,
I was like, can't slow down.
That's a terrible idea.
that's how we're here today.
Opposite of slowing down.
And I was like, wait, she said lines, man.
You need to slow down.
the
I have a
mushroom.
solution.
I'm gonna go fast in my mind.
Holy crap.
Yeah, you're on your best version of yourself early in the morning. most of the time.
Yeah.
But by the evening, you're like,
Tired. Yeah. I'm not used to. I mean, I naturally get tired though in the evenings a little bit sooner, but I just feel like groggy. Like my brain doesn't want to like work as quickly.
Yeah.
cognitive deficiency.
But it's getting better. It's definitely. What are we, like 3 weeks out from it about?
It will be 3 weeks Wednesday.
Yeah. So it's definitely progressed and getting on the better side of things.
I mean, for 3 weeks out from getting maxed by a semi truck, like you look pretty solid. Congratulations.
I survived.
And I'm
Yeah,
like, wow,
man.
you're really sturdy.
Yeah.
You're made out of rocks.
Yeah. Even the like concussion doctor, like he comes in there, he was like, you're just gonna knock this out of the park. You know, like, you're active. Like he was like, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I wonder how many people he walks into a room and says like with that level of confidence. Like he's like, I can tell. Well, the doctor before the big doctor was just like, she was like, I normally like don't say this to people. She was like, but you're gonna be okay. Like you can totally be active again. She was like, I can tell it's really like weighing heavy on you.
Because she said normally, I guess back in the day, they would suggest like when people had a concussion, you go into like a dark room and you like relax. And they said now they've seen that doesn't really benefit. It actually kind of holds you back. So they want to kind of like face the things that make you dizzy. So in PT, they're basically going to make me get dizzy.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that, to me, that's an insane thing that they ever even thought that. So the best way for us to fix your brain is to shut it down. Just shut it down. Don't use it. Don't use it. Like, that's not how anything in the body works, right?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy to me.
Well, it was probably easier to get people to comply with that too. Like, because we have another friend that went through vestibular therapy and she like warned us. She was like, it's fucking hell. It's awful. But I mean, she had a very severe concussion too. Butter, please don't.
Right, but the alternative
But-
is working brain, not working brain.
But I'm sure
once
once that first time you go through that PT and you experience that level of like dizziness and nausea, you're like, yeah, no, fuck this. And they're like, oh, you know what? Fine, just go lay down. You're going to just go. Just go lay down and be still. You'll be okay.
Yeah. Luckily, like I don't tend to get like nauseated or anything. It just like spins. So
it's wild.
I do feel like it's like a testament to the benefits of taking care of yourself regularly, though. You bouncing back this. I mean, there's a lot of people who probably would have taken a lot longer for them to even get to where you're at right now from that same incident. So
yeah, for sure. My chiropractor, that's what he said. He's like, that's the good thing is your spine's still moving and stuff. You just have soft tissue type damage. Like you're going to heal up. It just takes a little bit of time. So it is definitely good to be in shape.
Yeah.
Helpful
Yeah.
when things hit the roof.
We only get the one meat wagon, as I like to say. Might as well take care of it.
The one
Yeah.
big wagon.
The worst part of the accident is poor Sarah was driving behind me in her other vehicle and
that
she
would
had
be
to
so
witness the
horrifying.
whole
oh my
whole
God.
thing happen right in front of her.
And she's like, I don't want to feel negative, so I'm going to laugh about
Yeah. That's all I can do. That's all I can do.
I'm gonna laugh and follow that semi truck to make sure I get his plate number.
That's exactly what I did.
it. Hell yes.
I was like, there
Yeah.
she's on the shoulder. She's good. Fuck this guy. Like, and I'm just, that was it. That was the decision.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, and honestly, you definitely had to, because, not knowing how bad it is or anything like that, medical bills, all of that. Like,
Well, that didn't even cross my mind. I just was like, this guy clearly is not going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the more I think about it,
I didn't
the
even
more-
think about it, so he just tried to take off.
Well, okay, so let me lay this down, and then you can tell me, because the more people I tell this to, it paints a clear picture. And just let me preface with this, like, like I like my people. I don't trust people, but I did initially give this guy benefit of doubt. I thought, so the accident happened right about at the Lover's Lane entrance and exit ramp, like that section of 22. And the next possible exit is 43. So it's probably a couple of miles. Let's just say a mile for argument's sake, because I don't fucking know distances, between like the next chance for you to like turn around or anything.
Yeah.
So we're in these two lanes, then there's the median and these two lanes. So he hits her, she spins. There's no way he doesn't feel this. Like, if you hit a curb, you feel a curb in your car.
Yeah, no.
He definitely
This is a
heard that.
fucking car.
Or he definitely felt
It's a
it. So
it's a
she
full
spins
vehicle.
over the median, goes to the other side. And I look, and he just kept going. So at first I'm like, well, maybe, you know, he knew he was going to turn around. So we're driving and he's just hauling ass. Like, he just continued to go. And I'm on the phone with 911 and they're like, where are you at? I'm like, I don't fucking know where I'm fucking at right now because there's no goddamn land marker. There's nothing. So then he takes the exit and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I think he's turning back around. And then we did both turn back around. But when I was telling people this, they're like, well, why wouldn't he have just stopped immediately?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, he was running for sure.
In my mind, rare thought, but I'm like, oh, well, he was concerned and he wanted to swing back around and make sure she was okay. No. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I still want to like give maybe a little bit of grace. I know it's unusual.
To me, that's an immediate stopping situation, and I think there's a possibility that the only reason he turned around is because he noticed you following him.
Well, I'm glad that he stopped. I mean, not really. I had his information, so fuck him. But, you know.
There she is.
I try. I'm trying. But, yeah, there's this part of me. Like, I know that there's another person involved. But, like, on the other coin, that was my wife, so fuck you. But I don't know what his thought process was. Like, there's part of me that would like to know. But, again, the more I tell people, they're like, no, you should, like, when you strike something, you stop immediately, regardless of like where you're at. Like, you know.
Well, and you knew it was something serious. You know what I mean? You didn't think it was a curb. First of all, there isn't a curb.
No.
Second of all, it's like a ton or two of weight that you just hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's no way that he didn't like see it.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, unless he was.
As soon as whenever you hit something,
you know,
you check your mirrors. You immediately look like, what was that?
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
And typically, like, you slam on your brakes because you're like, the fuck did I just hit?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Unless I think
mean,
it was a person, then I floor it.
Are you
Kidding.
Are you kidding?
That's what this guy thought.
Sometimes you put it in reverse.
Right. Depends on who it is.
Yeah, we might throw it in reverse. So yeah, it was a good time. That was
wild.
That was
That is
fun.
wild.
Butter was also present.
Yeah, poor Butter.
Poor Butter was in the vehicle.
He survived.
It's kind of crazy. What was it like? A couple days later, my sister got in a bad wreck. Her and
Wasn't
Brad.
it like the same day or the next
No,
day?
it
I
was
think?
like
It
just
was really
a
soon.
couple of
Yeah.
days later.
Really, after her car was totaled too. Brad had to have surgery.
Well, that was the first thing I said to her. I was like, God damn. I was like, she got in another accident?
Oh yeah, because hers was like 6 months apart. She totaled 2 cars.
Again,
not her fault.
It's not funny, but what the fuck? I mean, really, what else? You say? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah,
just
no more,
we gotta-
no more black sedans for Hannah.
Well, that's what for her.
That's what I said.
No
It's
more
always.
Fords.
I've been in 3 total cars and they're all were Fords. I'm like, no more Fords. I'm done with the Ford.
Yeah, nope, you
No
got
more black cars for
bad
her.
vibes. Yeah.
No more Fords. Like,
I think it was a blessing in disguise. I mean, not for Brad so much, but that car only took premium gas.
Oh,
It's a crazy
it's gonna
car.
save him in the long run.
Yeah, that's like triples your gas bill for the month.
no, car accidents are no bueno, man. They're absolutely no bueno. Have you ever been in one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I've when I was 16,
of course.
First car? hit a patch of ice and spun around, totaled it. Yeah, it was gone. And
Do you
then-
think you had like PTSD from that? Did that like fuck with you for a little while?
I don't know, because I was a kid and I was just like, you know what?
More resilient, bounce back a little faster.
Yeah, a little more haphazardous. Didn't really. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're like, no, it's for fine.
Yeah, I didn't get hurt at all really from that wreck. It wasn't super bad. I was only going maybe like 35, but it was a patch of ice around a bend
Ooh,
on a state route. So
goddamn ice.
yeah.
Not having any control like that though, like where you're like, okay, there's nothing I can do here.
Yeah,
You're
that's
just
the
like-
worst part.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't even remember the spinning. I don't know if I lost consciousness for a few seconds or if just like the spin just kind of like disoriented me. But the thing I remember is just I hit a sign that was like, they had like arrow signs and one of them I knocked down. So it hit the windshield and like did like one of those big spider cracks. And
Yeah.
I remember that sound.
Beyond a spider crack, it annihilated your fucking windshield.
Which-
Annihilated.
And then one of
it.
like it looked like a spider web, like it
Yeah.
was like one of those big circle ones, and
That's-
that noise was just so loud. That's what I remember, like almost like waking
Well, you
up
were
at
so
that
cute.
point.
Honestly,
You're
that-
like,
I
did
feel
I
like-
hit a rock? And I was like,
I didn't even know I hit the sign.
no.
I was going into oncoming traffic, and I'm just like, oh my god, why am I going into oncoming traffic? And like no cars were there, luckily. So my brain was just like, hit the brake, get off the road.
Oh man.
I feel like, I don't know if lucky's the right word, but I think the scariest part is that sign did hit the windshield, because if it goes through the windshield, the consequences could have been much more dire.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever show him the picture?
Who?
Did you show
Yeah.
Dave the
Yeah.
picture?
I think
Okay.
Dave's-
Like, I'll show you too. Like, when you look at it, it's like, road signs, like, they're heavy, they're sharp on the edges, like, and they're big when they're on the highway. And her car was a 21-year-old car. So you would think, I mean,
They call that a classic.
sorry, it's a classic. But it held up, and there's glass all on the inside of the car, but right in her section, like where her body would be, there's nothing. There's not a crack. Like, the windshield's intact. It's perfectly fine.
It was all on the opposite, like the passenger side and the front side of the passenger.
You know, it would have been really crazy if it was one of those slow down signs.
Oh my god! If it was a slow down sign, fuck!
You're going on vacation.
Slow down. I might have to go back out there and take that one and put it in the house if that was the case. We drove by like 5 days later, 6 days later, and you were like, they already put that sign back up. I'm like, they probably just picked it up and
I think we can write slow down on it.
The sign's already back up, but we can't get potholes fixed.
no, that's a whole other thing. No. But you're here.
I'm here.
Is this the first pod? No, this is the second one we've recorded since then. But yeah, the mornings are key. Mornings are key.
Definitely more with it.
But yeah, again, thanks for asking, because I was like, that was so sweet of him to think about that and ask.
Oh yeah.
You're a thoughtful kind of guy.
Tony's like, we're just like a human thing.
Yeah, I just thought that was what people should do.
Well, my faith in humanity is, my levels are real low. So,
That's fair.
I feel you.
if you want to call that just the normal thing, you're like top tier.
Well, I appreciate it.
I feel like we believe it should be what humans do. We're not necessarily saying it is what humans do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think like that, I guess. We're not going to go with shoulds. That's just automatic disappointment. Just,
And as we know, there's no room for negativity in your life.
oh, shit.
Shit.
I'm
We're around each other too much. That's what's happening now.
We're really bonding lately.
Once a week is too much, Dave. I'm just joking.
Oh, we've become weirdly kindred.
Yeah, and you'll notice our little exchanges of looks, because in the background, one of the dogs, do you hear it continuing to just cry? And I'm just like,
And she's never done it before.
no, this is new.
And literally, I just walked in there to tell her, hey, just shh. And she's not on the ground.
She, on the bed?
She's just laying on the bed, chilling.
I thought you were gonna say shit's all smeared.
You would have heard me screaming.
You would have known by the facial expression.
But no, she's literally just laying on the bed, all proper, just crying.
I want to be on the podcast.
Yeah, what the hell? And literally, it's weird because Butter was a little weird prior, and now she's doing stuff she's never done before. I leave her up here because she's so well behaved, and now she's like, I'm gonna cry through this whole episode.
Maybe Tony's music will serenade her back to sleep.
Oh,
Well,
maybe.
at first I was like, is she just standing at the door? Like, I don't know who that guy is, but I have to meet him. Like,
That might be. That's it. That's the vibe.
but
Like,
she wasn't on the bed. I mean, she wasn't on the ground. She's just like on the bed, just like.
I'm just gonna sit here
Now
and cry.
I'm gonna cry for this.
Please let
next
me
hour.
out. Please just let me out. I want to come listen to the show.
If she was as well behaved as Butter, I'd let her out.
Well, don't get it twisted. He's not well behaved.
He's
just.
perfect. Look at him.
Meanwhile, if I have to hear him lick something one more fucking time,
That gets him to sleep. Look,
Oh.
he has to lick and then he
She's
sleeps.
like poked his head. Look at him sleeping.
Perfect.
sleep. What kind of goodies did you bring over there today, too? By the way,
Goodies.
yeah,
My stuff.
yeah.
Oh.
There's lots of. Oh,
Your
he's
musical
like,
equipment.
My
He's like, not on air.
there's so many.
Which goodies are we talking about?
the guitar and stuff. Those goodies. It's just a guitar. Run through a pedal board. With Harmony. What's it called? Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame 2 reverb pedal. I run it through the shimmer effect because it gives it like a little like a symphonic sound, and then a tuner and a loop pedal. I just thought, you guys don't have headphones, so you're not going to be able to hear when I start looping the guitar. You're just going to hear me playing what I'm looping.
So we'll get to hear it whenever it plays back too.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
yeah.
surprised. Meanwhile, Dave's over here like,
I get to hear
I
it.
get a show. I get a show.
Well, but I need the headphones to hear the loops.
Yeah. So he's gonna have the headphones.
I'm going to be hearing this beautiful sound. You're all going to be like, this just sounds like a guitar. And sometimes he stops and starts again. This is weird.
We're all getting a surprise on this episode.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
to pull out our acting chops and just pretend like we hear it. Like, oh yeah. You know what? It'll be amazing is on the YouTube video we're completely offbeat. People are gonna be like, fucking white people.
Don't worry, man. It's ambient music. There's no beat.
My favorite thing about like your reels on Instagram, like whenever I get on there and I see them, it's like the effect on your video too.
Oh, I try to make it look weird.
Yes, I love it. I'm like, there he is. There it is. And all wavy.
Good. So it stands out? 'Cause
Yes,
that's the
it does.
goal. I want it to pop
Yeah.
off the screen. Okay.
You catch my attention,
Good,
which is
good,
hard,
good.
but it's there.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Well, in my
There it
room
is.
too, I have like stage lighting going and like twinkling fairy lights and like vines on the wall and shit.
We love the twinkling.
They make twinkling
Good.
fairy lights.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. I tried to make it look like I'm in the middle of like an enchanted forest, but it's my music studio.
I'm like,
Yes.
wow. How does a twinkling fairy light work?
You
Maybe
press the
you
button.
I mean, like,
Watch the
twinkles.
reel and then you'll see it.
I mean, I've seen some of his reels, but like,
If you look
she
at
didn't
the-
say TikTok. You caught
I,
that, right?
I actually almost said it when she said it. I'm like, oh,
You only watch the TikTok. You only watch reels.
But I wouldn't know which one is the twinkly fairy light.
If you look at the lights that are strung through the vines on the wall, so some
Okay.
only
Now
the
I
more
get it.
recent videos have it, but because I started adding vines. Oh my god, I got addicted to buying these. I mean, I've made fun of fake plants my whole life. Like, who buys fucking fake plants? This is dumb. Just get a real plant. Well, when you don't have sunlight and you need your videos to look good, I guess you buy fake plants.
Just want to let you know, there's a
But-
sale at Gem Fabrics right now. There's
Shit.
all kinds of finds.
Shit.
I got this good 50% off coupon in the back of my phone.
Oh my god! I see it. It's in the tucked in the. That's hilarious.
I like that she even knows that there's fake plants. Like, you guys don't have enough real plants that you need to go get some fake
Well,
ones.
Dave, since you must know, their Halloween shit was 80% off yesterday,
okay.
and I just happened to stop in.
Nice.
And I got me all kinds of goodies, and they had
man.
all new vines hanging up in there, and I was like, those are really pretty.
Yeah.
And bright green.
Well, I have that whole like there's a section of my it's my bedroom. There's a section of my bedroom where there's just vines hanging from all the walls, and I got addicted to buying the vines. And I don't know how many I have now, but they're
That's
just
fucking
strung all
awesome.
over the place because I want it to look like, you know, like like there's vines growing on the wall. I don't
So
know how
you're
else to
saying
explain
if
it.
I'm at like the Goodwill and I see some fake vine plants,
Oh no, they're coming with me.
I could totally gift them to you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, 100%
Yes.
I
I'll
would
take any
accept
vines that you...
Yeah, any fake vines you got, take them. For sure.
Next time he comes, I'm just gonna hand him red vines.
Here you go. Here's some vines. Here's some vines.
But yeah, just to make the videos look, I just hate. Well, that was partially Zoe's idea. I think she didn't say it explicitly, but I think in her head she was thinking, "This looks bad. this looks bare. You need to do something." She suggested the vines. Good suggestion. Good suggestion.
She's your creative director, artistic director.
Well, she has an eye for things. I have an ear for things. She has an ear for things too, but she has an eye for things. I don't. My eye's dumb. Dumb eyes. Smart ears, dumb eyes. I didn't really think about the way the video looked because I was so obsessed with the way the music sounded. I was just like, I have pretty lights going. It's fine. These stage lights are fine. I stare into them sometimes. They're fading colors and shit. But trying to make it look nice. I have a banner with mushrooms on it now, hanging there, and all sorts of stuff.
We're working on that backdrop.
Yeah, trying to just I didn't think about it.
That's fair. You have a lot of other things to think about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking at the videos now to see if there's new vines in there.
Yeah, well, if you watch chronologically, there's progressively more vines hanging on the wall. It's every time I get a paycheck, I'm like, I need to buy more vines. More.
I feel like you should almost make a clip of the progression.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering.
Yeah.
And start hiding shit in there.
Yeah. Well, there is stuff tucked back there now.
Is there?
Yeah. There's
This is
tapestries and stuff tucked behind the vines.
That's
Why was that
awesome.
so intriguing to me?
We could do it in here, Dave.
Yeah. Just cover this whole room.
Cover it.
Get some of the dust out of here first.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't even think about this until Zoe mentioned it. You can put the vines hanging from the ceiling down too. So then it's like a canopy of vines.
Ooh. Dave's envisioning.
Yeah. And then imagine taking one of them edibles and laying on the ground, looking up to see all these vines on the
Put
ceiling.
your twinkle lights on the ceiling, then your
Yeah.
vines, and you just be like,
Yeah.
if we don't hear from you for a couple of days, we know what's happened.
I feel eventually I'd be the vines, even though they're not even live things, I'm this is just so much to take care of.
What's there to take care of?
Just putting it up.
I'm not the main reason that fan runs is because I'm well, I haven't dusted this in a while, so we'll just hide it by running it.
There's zero judgment passed on that. The spiders in our house do the decorating for us, and I only suck their webs down when they collect too much dust.
Yeah.
Other than that, free decoration.
Free decoration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Living their best life.
Especially if you want those witchy vibes. I mean,
Fuck
come
yeah.
on.
We want all the little spiders.
And they kill the gnats and everything.
Yes, they do. I'm you see that one right there? He's eating. He's doing his job.
Yeah, it's crazy how I've become with bugs actually, because if a bug was in the house, any kind of bug, spider, probably dead, because they're scary. But any other bug I'd pick up, take it outside. Now I see one, I'm like, hey man, good to see you.
Hey buddy.
Hey, bud.
Hey buddy.
So you live in the sink, huh? What's that like?
You pick them up. You're like, here, friend, come here. I'll put you on a better plan.
Yeah, I'll call. I'm look at this one right here. Look who's here. They're coming down.
You name them. Remember that bathroom spider we had for the longest time and had babies?
Yeah, and she had her babies. It was special.
We are different types of people. People listening to this are like, don't go to their house. There's bugs everywhere.
There are, because when those plants go outside and come back in,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not putting a fucking insecticide on them.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
No.
Things die. It's just not worth it. So there's presents that come in
Yeah.
with those plants.
And bugs just don't bother me like they used to. Now I'm just yeah, that's part of life, man.
Unless it's
Bugs exist. Crazy.
Yeah.
like a fucking cockroach, that's
Then it's a
the
problem.
big no, that's a problem. But
Right.
everything else, newsflash, bugs are in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah,
They're there.
I do love the Dave's no, I kill the spiders, and you're like, we have generations of spiders
Yes.
in our bathroom.
Yeah.
It was the cutest
Multiple
thing. 'cause
It
she-
was. They're so tiny.
I'm
they were
look,
little-
she's got her little egg sac, and then when they hatch, they're clear. They're teeny tiny and clear, like the house spiders with the really long legs.
Yeah.
So, and they're just so cute and they are so delicate. And then they just would start like spreading out.
And when their little webs would go down, like their little, they were just like a speck. It was just so cute to watch them move.
they almost look like the dandelions when you like blow their little seeds away, but like smaller and daintier.
Oh.
So they're just cute and they're there. And then think of Charlotte's Web.
And they stayed with their mom, didn't they, for a couple weeks before they
And
started?
then they just disappeared.
I should say I'm like a spider bigot though, because like if it is like a daddy long legs, like a long leg, like you can chill, bro. You're good.
But if it's a
But
furry
you over
one-
there, you are horrifying, and you have to die.
Yeah, she'll make me. The wolf spiders have to go outside.
Yeah.
You got real mad at me when I tried to keep that one as a pet too. She was big mad. She was like, absolutely. We have 2 fucking tarantulas in the house. She was like, absolutely not. No. Outside immediately. And I'm like, what? Come on. Like people keep them. She's like, no, that's a line.
We have boundaries.
So we can have 2.
And then you bring some home from down Canaan whenever they're like, it's like going to get cold down there. You're like, it's just going to die. I just want it to live for like 2 more weeks here.
Yep. Dave, this could be your future.
Not with spiders, man, because I'll never research spiders enough to know if like it is hazardous to me, like if it is a brown lacrosse or anything. Like obviously a black widow, easy spot, no problem.
Yeah.
But like a brown lacrosse or something like that, so I just assume all of them are. And
If you find a brown recluse, the Ohio Division of like Wildlife would love to hear from you.
really,
They're really not in our area. Like more towards like the Cincinnati area.
Yeah.
Like but the chances of you actually finding that, like, first of all, they're not fucking coming out to bite you. They're called recluse for a reason. It would be like maybe you were clearing out like a storage area in your home, dark, damp, not touched.
that's what this whole house is like.
They're everywhere.
I beg to differ. But
This is just a dark, damp house.
it's not dark damp house with these giant fucking windows. If you didn't have the room darkening fucking curtains on them,
Oh, this
we
problem
gotta
with-
keep it dark and damp.
That's the problem with the podcast studio. When your house is a podcast
This is
studio.
true. This is true. But yeah, you probably would not. It would not be a brown recluse.
Plus,
that
I
you would
also
find.
like. I just feel like it's also not a safe thing to be like, let me lean over this spider and figure out what kind of spider it is.
Well, you
It's like,
don't-
oh, it bit me.
Listen, glass top,
Fire.
envelope underneath,
Yeah.
fire,
Burn the house down.
burn it.
Glass top. Add gas. Light match.
Terrible.
You're going to have to call Sarah over.
But the
She'll
da-
come
but-
get it
The
for
daddy
you.
long legs are straight. They're legit. They can kick it.
What about the little jumping spiders?
She
Why
loves
you jumping
the
at me, bro?
spider.
No, they're actually
They're
pretty
really
safe.
cute.
But they are really cute. If you look, they're the ones with the cute little faces.
Yeah,
I used to live in a tiny house, and it was pretty well insulated, but it would get tons of, because we parked it near the woods, so it would get
Yeah.
tons of tiny little jumping spiders, and they were. But the way they like gear up to jump, they like crouch back and then fling themselves forward. It's wild.
like a weird cat.
Yeah.
What? Lucas. You got to look up.
Lucas the jumping spider. It's a fucking cartoon, but like it makes me emotional. It's
Yeah,
so
look at that face.
cute. Look at those.
They're
eyes.
tiny.
Yeah.
Look at them.
And they like are 360. Like the way
Yeah.
they move, it's kind
They're
of like
definitely-
robotic.
Yeah.
They're definitely small enough that that wouldn't bother
Yeah,
me.
so they're
but
they're predatory, so they're gonna move to catch things.
Yeah.
and then they just make a little web to like make a little little bed area. But they're so
I don't-
fucking cute.
I don't understand. So yeah, those I'd be fine with.
People
but
sell them as pets,
But
actually.
I don't understand
Almost
the cute thing.
Look at those big. Just
Look up
at those-
Lucas the
look-
spider.
Yeah, look up Lucas the spider, and this is gonna change.
Because that's the stuff of nightmares.
One of them looks like it has eyelashes.
That-
Yeah.
Look at that. Like they
So-
just.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
can't.
They do that too. They look at you like that. Like
Lucas
they'll
the
like.
spider. Like you know that they're looking
There he
at you.
is.
Like they'll just turn and fucking look at that. Look,
Yeah.
Hi.
but look at that. I mean, come on, draw the line.
Yeah.
Look how precious.
Although that's a little misleading. He'd be destroying that fly.
Yeah, he would. He would totally fuck that fly up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cute little murderer.
Yeah. Well, so are cats. I mean,
Yes.
let's be honest.
Yeah, cats are the worst.
Yeah.
They kill everything.
They'll literally leave a mouse.
Except
at
for
your
our
doorstep.
lazy cats.
Well, they kill more things than like actual predatory cats. They just
Yeah,
kill for fun.
they'll
Yeah.
They're
kill.
sociopaths.
They'll just destroy an ecosystem.
But I love my cat.
Yes, because they're cute. But
Lucas.
you have to watch some of the videos at another date, and it's so fucking cute, and it will make you love jumping spiders.
He's skeptical.
Very,
I can see it on his face.
very skeptical.
He's like,
Love is a strong word.
It's a very strong word.
but that is, they're so precious. Look at them.
Do you guys ever see Arachnophobia?
Yes,
See,
Yeah.
come on, let's get out of here.
that scared me too as a child.
Me too. Yeah.
I actually,
No.
so I used to be. I'm really not that scared of spiders anymore, to be honest. But I used to be like bad. I got it from my dad, I think. But when I deployed, they have camel spiders.
Yeah, fuck those things.
They look like
Yeah,
the,
go
they look
pull
like
that up.
yeah, they look like the things from, if anybody's ever watched Aliens, the face huggers.
Oh yeah.
Camel
Don't they run,
spiders.
like go real quick?
They're
So-
super fucking fast.
They'll run after because they want shade, so
Right.
they
Ah.
would follow your shadow and shit, which I feel like that would make them terrifying. But fuck,
They're big.
Fuck that.
Oh
fuck
my
that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
God.
cool with that.
And so the other thing with them
That's
is
terrifying.
Yeah,
Their mouth.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
so
That's not a mouth. It's a maw.
so they're fast and they can jump, and so they're called camel spiders because they jump up onto the belly of a camel, and then their bite has like what's the word I'm looking for? It numbs it so that the camel doesn't even know it's there, and then it just starts eating it while it's alive.
They eat camels?
They eat flesh.
I'm sorry, hold on. Hold up. This isn't a spider that eats bugs. This is a spider that eats animals larger than
Wait,
me.
we gotta.
Yeah.
Let's
No.
take this to Wikipedia.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, like it's not like
Oh
one
my
spider
Lord.
isn't going to eat a whole camel, but he's just going to snack on them for a while.
What?
And so when I first deployed, I knew about
Oh.
these, and I'm terrified of spiders. So I'm in my tent, and I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna lay in here and not leave here till the morning. I'm not risking going outside in the dark with these things out here.
Yeah.
I never even saw one, but the first night, of course, what I decided to watch on my little portable DVD player was the third Lord of the Rings, where there's a giant fucking spider. And so now I'm in there, and I'm like, why did I watch this? And now I have to pee, and I'm like,
Nope.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I laid there because there's not a bathroom in the tent. There's like public facilities basically, and I laid there for so long trying to ignore it that I was now in physical pain, and I was like crawling to the bathroom.
Ooh.
No.
Do you see that murderous speed demon?
Murderous speed demon.
And some asshole brought, like, I think these are in Arizona now.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh.
Yeah, like, so some asshole always got to bring something that doesn't
Yeah.
belong.
Well, that's that, like, exotic pet trade where you can fucking get online. Like, you can get online and someone will just ship this shit to your house,
Yeah.
which I don't agree with at all.
No, it's
It's
just,
unethical.
Yeah, and it's just, like, not fair. You're fucking everything up, but
and you should you should really have to research the people that you're selling them to, because if they're not responsible, like pythons are ravaging Florida.
would you see they found one? They caught one in Hawaii?
And where?
Hawaii.
No shit.
Yes.
That ecosystem will be destroyed. It's too
So-
It's
small.
already getting destroyed by pigs.
Yeah. Well, the
And
whole
tourists.
U.S. is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the whole
The
U.S.
wild boars are eating up the U.S. too.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's
I
like
thought they were like a Hawaiian.
no,
island
it's
problem.
No.
it is open season on those motherfuckers in the
You can-
southern U.S. They will
Carolinas,
pay you
right?
to go kill them.
It's
shit.
becoming everywhere. They'll be here soon.
I wouldn't be
Literally,
surprised if they already aren't.
literally, they
They're hiding.
dude. I actually know too much about this, to be honest.
Wait, wait,
Dave
hold
is
on.
invested. He's
He
ready.
processed this. He's like, I'm ready to tell you all about
So-
pigs.
So first of all, pigs are crazy because they evolve faster than any other animal. So all those wild boars are just domesticated pigs that got out. But within a couple of weeks, their snout gets longer.
Oh, I've seen
And
that,
and they grow tusks,
Like,
and
in
then
one
they
lifetime,
get and then
they-
they get hair. Not even a lifetime. Like when they get out and now they're in the wild, it happens in a matter of weeks. Wow. Their snout gets longer and they grow tusks.
They just go full feral.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
that's like
it's fucking
cats, like
crazy.
domesticated cats. they revert back to that feral nature because it was never really like we've super domesticated dogs.
Yeah.
They're dependent on us.
Cats actually domesticated themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Cats
To their
choose us.
benefit.
But like that's why we see feral cat colonies. But the wild pig thing, yeah, they destroy crops and property and like they're smart and they're strong and they're aggressive.
Yeah.
I've seen like videos where people like will put like bait stations up and then they have like these big cages and they like get them to go in and then they just shut the gate and there'll be like 10 of those motherfuckers in
See
there.
this? It's actually
few
a few months.
okay.
But that's
so
still-
actual physical changes in a few months where you're like basically it's like if you went and changed your environment and your nose got longer
That's wild.
and then your teeth got bigger.
I can't believe it will just grow tusks in.
Yeah.
and thick hair. Now, so the big problem is these things destroy property and crops. I mean, destroying them. And it's a massive problem in like Texas and stuff like that. In a lot of places, you can go on a helicopter with automatic weapons and just mow them down because they don't know what to do. It's a serious problem.
Well, in the reproduction, they have so many babies. It's so hard to keep. Really, if they want to fight, I feel like they have to like come up with like some birth control that they like drop from the sky or something because
Why don't I know how to spell today?
today is not your day.
It is not.
And
Feral swine
who
gaming.
needs to worry about proper spelling? Autocorrect's there for you.
Ooh.
Like, look at this. This is a massive amount.
Well, they
Yeah.
they're rooting everything up, doing what they do,
They've now killed a couple people.
Oh my god.
Wow.
They're
and pigs will eat you.
oh my
Oh
god.
yeah,
I didn't know they were homicidal.
Oh, it's a baby.
Pigs
Yeah,
are
those-
taking over the world.
pigs will eat
Oh my
anything.
God.
Yes, they will.
It's a massive problem. Like the amount of damage they cause in the United States mainland is a year is like in the billions already, and they keep raising the amount of money that they're putting towards this pig problem. Like it started out at like 10 million, and now it's like then it's 20 million, 30 million every year because nothing they're doing is fixing it.
Jesus.
birth control. I'm telling you. You know how we like drop like the rabies bait drops
For raccoons, yeah.
and that like they need to do like a birth control drop for the pigs. That's the only way that.
Like if you look at these pigs, like these were just regular farm pigs. These do not look like farm pigs
No.
at all, but they were.
The babies are cute though.
Yeah, little fuzzy pigs.
Little fuzzy piggies. All right, that's terrible. All right. Wow.
Let's go on a better note.
Chris was like, my
The
social
poor-
capacity is
Aw.
diminishing. My
No,
cognitive
I just-
abilities are failing. I can see the light dawning.
No, I'm
behind
just
your
really excited
eyes.
about hearing Anthony play.
I know, we could sit here all day and talk about all the things.
Just
Yeah.
one last thing on this, 'cause it blows.
Dave really loves these pigs.
I don't love them. What blows my mind is that like we are the top of the food chain. Our brain works better than any other animal on the planet, and we can't figure out what to do about pigs.
Do you want to know why?
That's crazy.
Because we're really not. We're the only reason we're the top of the food chain is because
We
we
think
have
we
thumbs and weapons.
Right. Well, and we figured out how
Yeah.
thumbs is actually probably how we just figured out how to really build shelters, but it's just crazy. It's wild to me. All right.
I'm telling you, birth control, solving the problems.
That's for humans too.
Yeah. Solving the
Sterilization.
problems.
Sterilization is for humans. But yeah, so we're gonna. Are we taking a timeout and for him to set up and then coming back?
Yeah. We'll take
Okay,
a
we're
time
gonna
out.
take a timeout. BRB.
Oh, no.
BRB.
BR. Okay. Be serious for a second.
this one.